Welcome back to the podcast. We just got off of our Mind Her Business office hours like a few minutes ago. And there is something that we feel like is so important that we are doing a podcast episode right now while we're thinking about it. So we're just popping off on this. Marley, earlier we were just talking a few minutes ago, and you said that there are probably four things that every single business owner needs. It does not matter if you are making money. It does not matter if you're making 100,000. It doesn't matter if you are making $10 every month, $0. You have to have these four things as a business owner in order to feel confident as a business owner, in order to make taxes super simple to turn in at the end of the year, beginning of next year. All right, Marley, go.
Oh
What
my
are
gosh.
these things?
Unleash me. I was really fired up about this because it has come up so many times with our clients, and because I'm really fired up about it because these are mistakes I made in the beginning of my businesses, plural. I have run multiple businesses. I currently own multiple businesses. And without these things, the back end, the books, the money, the accounting is a mess. And it takes a lot more work to clean up a mess than to just do it right the first time. So there are three, and I think we said maybe even four things that you need. And this is going to be a very short, sweet episode. We're going to just dive right in and tell you. And I want you to write these things down and then book it on your calendar to make them happen in the next, I'm going to give you 7 days, but I think you could do it in the next 48 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
The first thing
And if you already have these in place, like write them down and check them off. So you know without a shadow of a doubt that you have this set up in your business.
You have everything you need. First thing, let's get right into it, is a separate bank account. So just a regular old checking account. It does not need to be a business account. It could be, but it's not necessary. You just simply need a debit account with a debit card that is separate from your personal banking. That could look like you going to a completely different bank and opening that up there to keep it like really separate in your brain. Like this bank card is for my family and this bank card is for my business. It makes things clean, easy, no brainer for where that money should go when it comes in and where money is going out of when you have expenses. That may look like you loaning the business, $100 to get you off the ground. It could be more depending on the business, but having that separate checking account that is completely not attached to your family's money you're going to thank us later. I promise you.
What we're seeing, and the reason we're talking about the bank account first, what we are seeing time after time after time is we have business owners inside Mind Her Business who are making a lot of money, and their bank account might be separate, but their expenses are all mixed in together. And this is making it very difficult for not just taxes, but day-to-day operations for your business. It's making it difficult for your brain to separate the two. What is for business, what is for personal, and it's making it difficult to see how much you are actually making and spending in your business.
Yeah, and let me give an example of what Becca means by that. You mean so a lot of us do this. Okay, my business, you have a little business, it's starting out, maybe you're making $500 a month. That money is going to pay for groceries. That money is going to pay the water bill. And then what we see business owners doing is physically paying the water bill from the business account, thinking that it's separate enough. And so what we're saying is when your money is separate, when you have a business that is its own entity, and then you have your family's finances, which are their own entity, you have the capacity to pay yourself that money. So if you want to pay yourself $500 a month to put towards groceries, you need to physically transfer that money into your family's bank account and then pay it out of there, because that's a personal expense. It should never leave your business's account, right? So the only money coming and going is money you make. Money going are either expenses or owner's draws. So you're paying yourself.
And the reason we're saying, yes, we have people who are making a lot of money in Mind Her Business. And we also have people who have not started making money yet in Mind Her Business. Mm-hmm. And this is the first step. It is so crucial because when you do start making money, the last thing you want to do is pause everything and go separate finances. It takes a lot of untangling, a lot more mental capacity, and you want to be able to just run in your business.
Yeah. And let me just say that all of our clients are untangling. So like, it's okay if that's where you are. I had to untangle.
Mm.
We're giving you a gift right now of what if you started, for those of you that are starting or very new, what if you started organized? What if you were able to come into Mind Her Business with already clean finances, clean books, to then learn how to manage what's coming and going, to then learn how to make decisions with your business, with your business money. Okay, let's get into the second thing. The second thing is a separate savings account. Simple. You know, you can open a checking account and you can ask them to attach a savings account. So I just called my bank this week, something I've been meaning to do all year, but I thought they were going to say, great, you can book an appointment and come and speak with so-and-so, and I have to go in there. I didn't think they would let me, for some reason, do it over the phone. And so they were able to do it in like 5 minutes right over the phone. I opened 2 savings accounts. You just need one. It was just my specific situation with that business, but you really just need one to save for taxes. So we would recommend that from day one, any money coming into your business, you put aside a percentage that feels good to you based on the tax bracket you're in. Maybe it's 15, 20%, just something to get you started so that when tax season comes, you have money aside to pay for those and you're not going, okay, how am I going to pay the government the money that I'm due? So just a very simple place to just automate a percentage of your revenue over and just away and clean so that it's just a savings account for that time. Very, very simple. Anything to add to that one?
Nope.
Good. Next one. Third, we're like rapid firing these out of here because this is simple and we want you to see this doesn't have to take a lot of time. The third thing you need is a separate bank. What's the word? Credit card. Thank you. Credit card. Now, you don't need a credit card for sure. The way of the world right now, we do buy a lot of things online. We have a lot of online services like Zoom, like Canva, maybe, especially if you're working on Instagram or social media. So you might have some expenses that you pay automatically. And a credit card gives you a lot of financial security when you're purchasing things online, so that if somehow, you got hacked, there's a lot more security with a credit card versus your debit. So that credit card, even if you have, $25 of expenses a month and that's it for your whole business, amazing. You have a credit card that is going to help build credit and you're always going to be able to pay it off every single month, which is of course the goal. So the separate credit card, again, so you are not having to go through your statements every month and go, what's business, what's not, what do I owe the business? What do I owe? It's just messy and unnecessary. It's just unnecessary. I don't care how organized you are. It's just unnecessary. The other benefit of a separate credit card is that I don't even want to say this, but like I will, if you were to accrue interest, which you never should, but sometimes it happens. If you were to accrue interest, if there is anything personal on that credit card, so if you use it for both, you cannot write that off as a business expense because it is not solely business. And they won't even let you, I don't think, do like calculations. Like it has to be all or nothing. So if you have a loan or like a line of credit or a credit card and interest accrues on it and it is solely for your business, that interest is tax deductible. It is a write-off. So we're not doing that here. We don't have interest payments here, but if we do, it's not that unusual. So if you do, that's something that we can deal with. So separate credit card, really, really important to keep your money clean and easy to manage. Fourth thing and final thing, Becca, do you want to tell us what it is?
Yes, you have to have a system for your money, a system to track your money. We do not care if you're making $10. We don't care if you're making $10,000. Tracking your money is not a restriction. Tracking your money is literally giving you all of the information that you need to be able to make decisions in your business, to be able to decide how much to pay yourself, how much your family needs from your business paycheck every single month, how much that vacation is going to cost. Can you go on that vacation? Tracking your money gives you the picture that you need to make clear decisions quickly and with confidence. And without that big picture, you are guessing, and you cannot make financial decisions just guessing. You can't take care of your family when you're just guessing. You cannot grow a business just guessing. You can't grow it to the magnitude that you want it to, right? Sometimes, well, we won't get into that, but all of these decisions that you have to be able to make as a business owner and as a mom and as a wife and as a home owner and as a dog owner, like all of these decisions that you have to be able to make are based on actual data and not drama. We've said it a million times, data, not drama. It's based on information that you can look at, you can analyze and decide what is my next best step. Now I'm not making $10, I'm making $100 a month. Fantastic. What are we going to do with that $100? Where is it going? How could you use more of that money for your family? So that is the fourth thing. And I'm very passionate about this.
Yeah. And I think one of the biggest things we want to drive home when it comes to having a system to track your money is this. We had a client just last week say, I thought the problem was that we weren't making enough money. But after I put my numbers into my tracking system and looked at the data in front of me, objectively, not emotionally, not based on how I'm feeling, I feel like we don't make enough, I feel like we have too many expenses, based on data and facts and hard numbers in front of her, she said, that was not the case. We are making enough money. It's how we're spending our money that is not aligning with where we want to be.
Right.
So they had more than enough income coming in, but there was too many holes where money was bleeding out in places that they didn't really intend for it to go. Like, maybe you've got some extra subscriptions that you didn't realize were there. That happens with, I would say, every one of our clients. They go, oh, I didn't realize I was still paying for this. I've done that before. And so that's why having a system for your money is so important before it gets to be out of control, before you start making really good money. If you have the system in place in the beginning, and at the very least, maybe you don't have a system because you don't know where to start. You don't know how to use a spreadsheet, and that feels really daunting. The very least thing you can do is steps 1 through 3. Open a separate credit card or checking account, open a separate savings account, get yourself a separate credit card if necessary, and then go into number 4. Let's call number 4 bonus step.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you're going to need to get a system to track your expenses and your revenue, what's coming and what's going.
Yeah. We don't care if it's on a sheet of notebook paper.
Totally. That's where I started.
Get a journal and write it down so you know where your money is coming from. You know how much money you have coming in. You know exactly what's leaving and where it's going. The peace of mind that it gives you, the relief that it gives you is unmatched as a business owner. You cannot get that feeling anywhere else as a business owner, to know exactly where your money's coming from, exactly where it's going, and exactly how much you can pay yourself. Who does not want to know those 3 things as a business owner, right?
Right.
So one other thing another client said to us last week also was she'd been on vacation for 2 weeks. And she started to let those feelings and those thoughts creep back into her life, into her brain. I don't know what my money looks like. It's going to be bad. I haven't looked at it in 2 weeks. We spent so much money on vacation. Oh, I'm going to have so much to do. She checked in with her numbers. It took her 5 minutes. And she said after that 5 minutes, she felt so relieved. And she said it was even kind of fun to catch up on the numbers. Like, we've never promised it's going to be fun.
No, your words, yeah.
But it is. It is.
It is.
So I just want to give you some peace of mind for yourself that this is the answer. It is not winging it until you make 10,000. It is not going for the next sale so that you can cover all of your expenses. Hopefully, it's not going after big cash months so that you don't have money problems. That is not a thing for high cash months if you don't have a system for your money, a separate bank account, a separate savings account, and a separate credit card.
Yeah. And I will say I did this exact same thing that this client said. I took 2 weeks of holidays this summer, and the 3rd week was supposed to be my back at it week, and I was really sick. So I essentially took 3 weeks off of all of my routines, my habits, my money dates. And I said to Becca last week, I feel so behind in so many ways. I have invoicing for clients in one of my businesses. I have all these balls in the air, and I don't feel like I have enough hands to juggle them right now to get back in control. And it was creating some money stress on my shoulders. Like, did I pay? Have I paid these bills? Where does my money need to go? There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts in our businesses. And I'm laughing at myself because we're human. And I reverted right back to my old money story. And within an afternoon of me just opening it all up, spending an hour in front of my bank, opening my bank accounts and looking, because it's never as bad as it feels, sitting down and going, okay, I just had to pay this. I had to do that. I had to reply to this client. And, it's your to-do list in general. It feels overwhelming when we let things pile up. And sitting down, it took me about an hour, and I've buttoned up all these loose ends that were weighing on me so heavily, which prevented me from focusing on sales, which prevented me from prioritizing my marketing and my content, which is what drives leads to our business. It prevented me from doing the income producing activities because these unnecessary things were weighing on my shoulders. So it is very normal for this to happen when you don't have a system. Because I have the system, I was very easily able to snap out of that little bit of a very minor spiral that I was about to enter into, because I was able to sit down and in 1 hour clean up 3 weeks of work that and bookkeeping.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's possible when you have a system and you know what to do when you open your bank account. You know where your money needs to go.
To wrap up this episode, because we did tell you it would be quick, to wrap up this episode, when you have these 4 things in place, we would love for you to DM us on Instagram. It is our handles are below. DM us and let us know which ones you already have in place. Is there one you're struggling with? Is there one that you need help in a direction? I don't know. Let us know what your thoughts are so that we can help you move in a direction that is relief and peace of mind and fun and excited in your business again.
We'll see you over on Instagram.